of their culture is actually very, very, very important.
Now, Trump's move to impose reciprocal tariffs on nations exporting to the U.S. has sent shockwaves across global economies. His proclamation yesterday has drawn mixed reactions, especially on the formula used to achieve the tariff. Many major global economies are hard hit by the U.S. president's decision. Esther Diana prepared an analysis of how economies are impacted by this. Take a look.
In the hours following the announcement of the tariffs, which was done after markets closed in the U.S., the reactions were swift and have continued to be felt right across the world. All three major U.S. stock markets closed the day down at their worst since June 2020 during the COVID-19 pandemic. The tech-heavy Nasdaq fell 6%, while the S&P 500 and the Dow dropped 4.8% and 3.9% respectively. Stock, especially those with international supply chains, suffered, with blue chips Apple and Nvidia, two of the U.S. largest companies by market value, losing a combined $470 billion in value by midday. Also bearing the brunt of investor confidence was the US dollar, which hit a 6-month low, falling 2.2% on Thursday morning, amid a growing loss of confidence in a currency previously considered the safest in the world for most of the past century. The Wednesday announcement by Trump on far broader and bigger tariffs directly targets 60 countries, including massive tariffs on China and its largest trading partners. In Japan, one of the United States' top trading partners, Prime Minister Shigeru Ishiba said that the tariffs had created a national crisis, as a plunge in banking shares on Friday set Tokyo's stock market on course for its worst week in years. Investment bank JP Morgan said it now sees a 60% chance of the global economy entering recession by year end, up from 40% previously projected. China vowed retaliation for Trump's 54% tariff on imports from the world's #2 economy, as did the European Union, which faces a 20% duty. But closer home, there are concerns about taxes imposed on countries that import, value add, and then re-export products that originate in Kenya. Of particular concern is Switzerland, after the announcement that Swiss goods will be subject to 31% to 32% when imported into the US markets. While Switzerland does not grow its own coffee, it has a thriving roasting industry and imports a lot of raw, dry coffee. According to the Global Observatory of Economic Complexity, Switzerland is a major exporter of Kenyan coffee, with exports of coffee to Switzerland reaching $30.5 million in 2023. Experts aver that with the risk of increased inflation in the US, reduced incomes, reduced disposable income, a possible recession in the offing, and a simple increase in price of consumer products, the negative impact of the taxation measures will make its way through the rest of the global economy and eventually come to percolate at home here in Kenya. Reporting for KTN, I am Esther Diana, Nairobi.
Thank you, Diana, for that report. But key is a $1.3 billion